Let's start with something many of us can relate to. You wake up in the morning, maybe your joints feel a little stiff, maybe you didn't sleep as deeply as you used to. So, you head to the kitchen thinking, I need something healthy to start my day. Something light but filling. And what do we reach for? Oatmeal. Sounds perfect, right? It's warm, comforting, easy on the stomach, and let's be honest, it feels like a smart choice. Especially after 60 or 70, when you're trying to stay heart healthy, manage your cholesterol, or keep digestion running smoothly. But here's the twist most people don't realize. Oatmeal can actually backfire on you if you eat it the wrong way. No, I'm not saying oatmeal is bad. Oats by themselves can be incredibly good for you. They're full of fiber, they're heart-friendly, and they can help you feel full longer. But it's what we add to our oatmeal, or what we eat it with, that can turn this healthy breakfast into a silent energy drainer or even a blood sugar bomb. So today, we're going to talk about 3 common foods people mix with their oatmeal that can actually do more harm than good, especially if you're over 60. These are things many of us have been doing for decades without realizing how they affect our brain, heart, digestion, and energy levels. Let's start by setting the stage for why this even matters. Why seniors need to be extra careful about food combinations. After 60, our bodies become a little more sensitive. It's not a flaw, it's just the way life works. The digestive system slows down a bit, blood sugar regulation isn't as sharp, and inflammation becomes more common. This means that even healthy foods can cause problems if they're not combined wisely. The issue isn't always the food itself. It's the timing, the pairing, and the way your body handles it now. That oatmeal bowl that worked great when you were 40 might now cause bloating, fatigue, or even memory fog. So don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just ready to learn a better way to eat the foods you love, especially first thing in the morning. Because breakfast sets the tone for the entire day. If your first meal causes a spike in blood sugar, or if it doesn't give you the nutrients your brain and muscles need, you'll feel it all day long. Tired, unfocused, maybe even cranky or sluggish. So if you want to feel light, energized, and mentally clear, it starts with understanding what not to mix with your oatmeal. Food mistake number 1. Don't mix oatmeal with orange juice. This one surprises a lot of people. Orange juice is often seen as a healthy choice. It's fruit, right? It's natural, full of vitamin C, and it goes perfectly with breakfast, right? Well, not exactly. When you drink orange juice with oatmeal, especially store-bought juice, it's like pouring sugar directly into your bloodstream. Because oatmeal already contains carbohydrates that break down into sugar. That's normal and expected. But when you pair that with a sugary drink like orange juice, your body suddenly has to handle a double load of sugar first thing in the morning. And as we age, our insulin response becomes slower and less efficient. That means instead of processing that sugar quickly and cleanly, our bodies struggle to balance it, leading to energy crashes by mid-morning, brain fog, irritability, slower metabolism, and long-term, it can even increase your risk of insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Even if the orange juice is 100% pure, with no added sugar, your body still sees it as a surge of fast-moving carbohydrates with no fiber to slow it down. And guess what? Oatmeal has some fiber, yes, but not enough to cancel out the sugar hit when it's paired with juice. So what's a better choice? If you want something refreshing with your oatmeal, try water with lemon, herbal tea, or even a small cup of low-sugar smoothie that's blended with veggies, chia seeds, or Greek yogurt for protein. The right way to enjoy oatmeal. Now, just to be clear, I'm not telling you to throw out your oats. Oatmeal can be fantastic when it's done right. What you want is a balance. Something to slow down the digestion, balance blood sugar, and give you long-lasting energy. That means adding protein, like nuts, seeds, Greek yogurt, or eggs on the side. Including healthy fats, like chia seeds, flaxseed, almond butter. Using low-sugar fruits like blueberries or raspberries instead of bananas or dried fruits. Avoiding sugary toppings like flavored syrups, brown sugar, or sweetened milks. In fact, a bowl of oatmeal with a scoop of almond butter, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a handful of blueberries? That's brain food right there. But throw in a glass of orange juice, and suddenly the whole equation shifts. The sugar hits faster. Your insulin spikes. your energy dips. It's not about being strict or scared, it's about being smart. At this stage of life, you deserve to feel your best. Every little choice you make in the morning either gives you strength or slowly chips away at it. In the next part, we're going to look at another food that people love to combine with oatmeal, but can quietly cause digestive distress and even lead to inflammation if you're over 60. It's something most people assume is natural and good for gut health, but not when eaten with oats. In part 1, we talked about orange juice and why it's a sneaky sugar bomb when paired with oatmeal. Even though both seem healthy on their own, together they can cause blood sugar spikes, sluggish mornings, and even long-term health consequences, especially for seniors. But now, let's shift gears a bit. Because the second food combination people make with oatmeal isn't about sugar, it's about digestion and inflammation. And unfortunately, it's one that's often seen as gut healthy. Let's talk about yogurt. Yes, I said yogurt. Food mistake number 2, don't mix oatmeal with flavored yogurt. This one catches people off guard. After all, yogurt is often marketed as a superfood, right? It's creamy, it's full of probiotics, and it feels like the perfect addition to your oatmeal. A little scoop of strawberry yogurt on top of your oats? Sounds like a breakfast dream. But here's what many don't realize, especially as we age. Most store-bought flavored yogurts are loaded with hidden sugars, preservatives, and dairy proteins that can upset sensitive digestion. Let's break that down. First, when you combine warm oatmeal with cold, sweetened yogurt, your stomach gets confused. Warm and cold together? Fiber and dairy? Sugar and probiotics? It creates a mixed signal for digestion. Your gut tries to process it all, but if your digestion is already slower, which is common after 60, you can end up with bloating, gas or cramping, sluggishness, acid reflux, and over time, even increased inflammation in your gut lining. And if you're already dealing with conditions like IBS, diverticulitis, or just a more sensitive gut from aging, you'll feel it quickly. Now, let's talk about sugar again. Most flavored yogurts, even the low-fat ones, have between 10 to 18 grams of added sugar per serving. And that doesn't include the natural sugars from the oats or fruit. That kind of sugar rush right after waking up? Not good for your joints, your blood vessels, or your brain clarity. Plus, many flavored yogurts contain artificial flavorings, gums, and thickeners that aren't kind to aging digestive systems. You might not notice them in your 30s, but in your 70s, they can lead to real discomfort. Is all yogurt bad with oatmeal? Not necessarily. But if you're going to pair yogurt with your oats, there's a better way to do it. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. It's thicker, higher in protein, and much lower in sugar. Let the oats cool a bit before adding it. Mixing hot oatmeal with cold yogurt can cause curdling and digestive irritation. Add natural flavor yourself. Use cinnamon, chopped nuts, or a few berries instead of sugary jams or flavored yogurt. Mind the portion. Just a spoon or 2 of Greek yogurt is enough to balance your oats. No need to make it a full parfait. This way, you still get the probiotics and protein from yogurt without the gut-wrecking sugar crash or bloating. A real story to bring it home. Let me tell you about Mary, a 74-year-old woman I met during a senior wellness workshop. She told me she started every morning with oatmeal, banana slices, and a big dollop of peach yogurt. It felt healthy, she said. But I kept feeling tired by 10 a.m., and I was always bloated after breakfast. I thought maybe it was just part of aging. But when she switched to plain oatmeal with crushed walnuts, cinnamon, and a splash of almond milk, boom. No more bloating. More energy. And she even said her afternoon cravings disappeared. But because her blood sugar stayed more stable, her digestion wasn't overloaded, and her body had the right combination of fiber, fat, and protein. This is the power of small adjustments. Aging gracefully means eating smarter. Here's what I want you to remember. After 60 or 70, your body is no longer just asking for nutrients, it's asking for balance. The way foods interact with each other matters more now than it ever did. You've probably heard people say, "I used to eat anything I wanted when I was younger." And that's often true. But now, your body is wiser. It's more sensitive. And it's also giving you clearer feedback. When you eat something that doesn't sit well, you'll feel it within hours. So if you want to keep your belly calm, your energy steady, and your brain sharp, start paying attention to these little combos. Oatmeal can be wonderful, but don't let it be ruined by sugary yogurt, cold-hot confusion, or hidden additives. And don't worry, you're not giving anything up. You're just learning a better way to nourish yourself for this beautiful, wise stage of life. So far, we've talked about two major mistakes people over 60 make with their oatmeal. The first was drinking orange juice with it, too much sugar, too fast. The second was adding flavored yogurt, bad for digestion and full of hidden sugars. Now let's get into the third mistake. And this one might surprise you even more, because it's something we've been told is healthy, maybe even essential. But when combined with oatmeal, especially in the morning, it can quietly undermine your health over time. Let's talk about calcium supplements. Food mistake number 3, don't take calcium supplements with your oatmeal. I know this might sound odd. After all, calcium is good for your bones, right? It's something almost every senior is told to take. Doctors recommend it, especially for women after menopause. So how could it be a problem? Here's the thing. It's not the calcium itself that's the issue. It's the timing and what you're eating it with. And oatmeal, especially when combined with common ingredients like bran, nuts, or certain fruits, can interfere with the way your body absorbs calcium. Let me explain. How oatmeal interferes with calcium absorption. Oats contain something called phytates, or phytic acid. These are natural compounds found in whole grains, seeds, and legumes. Now, phytates aren't bad. They're just part of the plant. But here's the problem. Phytates bind to minerals, like calcium, iron, and zinc, and make them harder for your body to absorb. So if you're taking a calcium supplement or eating a calcium-rich food, like milk or fortified almond milk, at the same time as your oatmeal, you may be flushing that calcium right through your system without ever absorbing it. And as you age, bone density becomes more fragile. You're not just trying to get calcium, you need to keep it. If the body isn't absorbing it well, it's not doing you any good. And worse, you might still be at risk for osteopenia or osteoporosis, even if you think you're doing everything right. The solution: space out your calcium intake. So what should you do instead? Simple, don't take your calcium supplement at breakfast if you're eating oatmeal. Give your body time. The best time to take your calcium supplement is either with a mid-morning snack, like a boiled egg or a small piece of cheese, or with lunch, especially if it includes protein and vegetables. And if you're getting your calcium from food, like dairy or fortified plant milk, try not to combine it with high phytate foods like oats, bran cereal, or beans in the same meal. Give your body a clear path to absorb those minerals properly. It's a small change, but one that could make a huge difference for your bone health over the next 5, 10, or 20 years. More foods to be mindful of. Just for a quick note, other foods that contain phytates include whole wheat bread, brown rice, legumes, like beans and lentils, nuts and seeds. Now, I'm not saying you should avoid these foods. Many of them are wonderful, full of fiber and nutrients. But again, it's all about timing and pairing. For example, you can soak oats or nuts overnight to reduce phytates, making them easier to digest and less likely to interfere with mineral absorption. Cooking methods matter. Preparation matters. Timing matters. And once you start adjusting your meals this way, your body will reward you with stronger bones, better digestion, and longer-lasting energy. Let's put it all together. So now, let's tie this all up in a nice warm bowl of smarter breakfast wisdom. If you love oatmeal, and many of us do, you don't have to give it up. But you do need to respect the combinations. Here's how to enjoy oatmeal the right way if you're over 60 or 70. Use plain oats, ideally soaked overnight for easier digestion. Add protein and healthy fat, like almond butter, walnuts, chia seeds, or a boiled egg on the side. Skip the flavored yogurts, and use unsweetened Greek yogurt in small amounts if needed. Avoid sugary toppings like syrup or dried fruits. Drink herbal tea or water, not fruit juice. And hold off on your calcium supplement until later in the day. These small, gentle adjustments can transform your morning from sluggish and foggy to vibrant and alert. Your health is in the details. Here's something I always say: Aging well isn't about huge changes. It's about paying attention to the details. Your oatmeal doesn't have to be a danger food. It just needs a little respect. The wrong combination can turn it into a sugar bomb or a mineral blocker. But the right combination? It can fuel your brain, support your heart, and even keep your digestion humming. You deserve to feel good when you wake up. You deserve energy that lasts. And yes, you deserve breakfasts that work for your body, not against it. So the next time you reach for that warm bowl of oats, take a moment. Choose your toppings wisely. Think about when you take that supplement. Make each bite something your future self will thank you for. And hey, if you've got your own oatmeal routine that works wonders, drop it in the comments. We're all learning from each other here, and I'd love to hear what's working for you. If this video helped you, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe for more helpful wellness tips, and most importantly, take care of yourself. You've earned it. Here's to health, strength, and a better breakfast at every age.